49ers. Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go from Santa Clara. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. In motion is Barner. The first carry for the Spartan. Kenneth Walker. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. The return is Ricky Pearsall. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. A short one there, caught by Kittle. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Purdy quickly to Ayuk. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on first and 10.
And the 49er.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
It's second and 8.
Purdy works out of the pistol. That's hot. Christian McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
RPO here, quick shot to Ayuk. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Outside. Watch out.
Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll whistle him down, but before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Back to the air is Purdy. That is caught side of the end zone. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a top ball game.
That's going to be caught in the end zone, and they take the lead by 1. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
Third and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
down throw for Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. A one-point game. 8-7 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he will score! Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers.
Down, 49ers.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Corey Horton now to return it. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. Just, he never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Third and a long way to go. street here with Walker. He's got room past the 25. And he's taken down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 23
How about
yards.
that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a first down?
At the 36-yard line.
They run with Walker. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Second and inches. Here's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. Still going inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target. And in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Pearsall gonna return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Get set. 21. 18. Watch out. Hands up. Hands up. Yellow. 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 1st and 10. Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 18. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. Open man is Jennings. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a 1st down. He's forced out just shy of the mark.
And inches at the 43-yard line.
receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Throwing again is Purdy. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
They'll throw again with Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he will get into the end zone. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
In motion is Barner. On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Darnold to throw on first down. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Darnold now to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
And the Seahawks first down.
Throwing, Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they will get the first down here and move into field goal range inside the 25. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number one. First and 10. Here's Darnold again. To the goal line and in. Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, Seattle.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will go up by a point here in the second quarter.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Pearsall going to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Works out of the pistol. The ball comes out. And this will be recovered by the offense. So they avoid the catastrophe of a finish. Time runs out. And that's the end of the first half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 42-yard line.
He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard on the Seahawks' 49-yard line.
Purdy quickly to Ayuk. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Called in once again, it's Ayuk. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 33, here's second and a yard.
At the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He's got his man, complete to Pearsall. So they come to the line for first down and 10. McCaffrey now from the pistol. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the 23, here's second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
RPO here, quick shot to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
16-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Back into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Right back to Pearsall again. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
And he finds his way into the end zone again. Good stretch, finding the goal line, the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now give to Walker, running right. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15 yards.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after
A
this.
gain of 15.
This is the
And the
NFL
Seahawks
on
first
EA
down.
Sports. Throw on 1st down is Darnold. That is caught downfield by Kupp. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
22 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
A gain of 24
They get
yards.
24 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Seattle.
Darnold to the air once more. It is brought in the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seahawks. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
First and 10 for Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
On second down, Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Purdy on first and 10. That is caught at the 3. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Here we go. First and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Again in the air for Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. That is caught, and he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here?
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
36. Seahawks 28. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So after the touchdown and the two-point conversion, the lead is 8 as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Horton. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
This is first and 10. They go with Walker. And he'll get forward forward for a couple. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 18.
They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Seattle.
A gain of 18.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with first and 10. To throw is Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of 25.
A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Darnold. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Here comes second down. To throw again is Darnold. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
And what a finish this is shaping up to be, Mike. They somehow get the late touchdown with very little time left on the clock. And, of course, now everybody knows what's coming. You've got to have your best 2-point, gotta-have-it play. You've been working on it all week. Let's see what they got.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Darnold to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. The defense holds, stopping the 2-point conversion in the final minute. And this remains a 2-point game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And he'll be brought down just